Good morning, children, and welcome again to your English class. Children, we are continuing lesson number 4, that is the minstrel song. Children, up till now, we have read that few minstrels were on their way to the king's royal court to perform, and among them there is a young minstrel named Harmonius who is different from other minstrels, as they were talking about what they are going to perform, what sights they are going to view in the king's court. At the same time, he is busy in enjoying the beauty of the nature. First of all, he had talked about how the wind blows. What is the story of the travel of wind? Now, coming to page number 33, children, first of all, we'll see the difficult words on the page. We'll talk about them. But the others answered, "Oh, that is only the sound of the brook trickling over the stones. Let us make haste to the king's court." So, children, as I told, we'll discuss about the difficult words first of all. The very first word is trickling. It was trickling over the stones. Trickle is to move. And children, see the word brook. Brook is the name of a river. Secondly, here comes the word tumbling. Tumbling means falling suddenly. The next word is rippling. Rippling means moving in a series. So now, children, we'll move again to the paragraph. But Harmonius stayed to hear the song that the brook was singing, of journeying through mosses and ferns and shady ways, and of tumbling over the rocks in shining waterfalls on its way to the sea. So, first of all, we'll have a look on the word meanings. See, the very first word is mosses. Children, mosses are soft green or brown plants that grow in a layer on wet ground, rocks or trees. The next word we have ferns. Ferns are flowerless plants with leaves often shaped like feathers. Next one is gay. Gay is to be cheerful or happy. The next one is flitting. Flitting is moving quickly. And the last we have feasted, that is treated to a large meal. Now coming back to the page. But the others answered, "Oh, that is only the sound of the brook trickling over the stones. Let's make haste to the king's court." As we have already read that the minstrels were in a very much hurry to reach to the royal court. But after listening the song of the wind, he again heard a sound. Harmonious again heard a beautiful sound. So what they said? "Oh, that is only the sound of the river which is falling over the stones. So let's don't waste our time and move on to the court." But Harmonious stayed to hear the song that the brook was singing, of journeying through mosses and ferns and shady ways, and of tumbling over the rocks in shining waterfalls on its way to the sea. Now the brook is on its journey It is singing about its journey through mosses and ferns, through plants and leaves, through different kinds of plants and small leaves, and shady ways. Its ways are shady, and of tumbling over the rocks. The brook is the name of a river, I've already told. So it is falling over the rocks. The water is falling over the rocks in shining waterfalls on its way to the sea. So finally, when a river gets into a sea, it has to cover a wide area. It has to come across different things in its path. So now coming to the beautiful lines of the poem. The brook is saying, rippling and bubbling through shade and sun, moving in a series, sometimes in the form of bubbles. I have to go through shade and sun. Sometimes it's very hot and sometimes it's shade. Oh, on to the beautiful sea I run. So my final destination is sea. I have to run to meet sea. Singing forever, though none by near. So I'm continuously singing, though there is no one near to me to hear, except that I keep on singing. For God in heaven can always hear. So, because God in heaven is always there to see me, to listen me, if no one else is there to listen, sang the little brook. Harmonious listened until he knew every word of the song, and then he hurried on. So, again he stopped there for a while. He heard the whole song. He heard every word of the song attentively, and then he quickly moved on from there. When he reached the others, he found them still talking of the king and the queen. So he could not tell them of the brook. As they talked, he heard something again that was wonderfully sweet, and he cried, listen, listen. Now, what happens in this para? When he reached others, and now he was eager to tell them about the song of the brook, but as usual, other minstrels were busy in talking about king and queen, so he didn't get time to tell. As they talked, he heard something again. Now he heard some new noise that was wonderfully sweet, and he again cried, listen, listen. Oh, that's only a bird. The others replied, let us make haste to the king's court. Now again the same answer came, oh, that's only a bird. So don't waste your time, let's make haste to the king's court. Now what happened? But Harmonious would not go, for the birds sang so joyfully that Harmonious laughed when he heard the song. It was singing a song of green trees, and in every tree a nest, and in every nest eggs. Oh, the bird was so gay as it sang. So, children, here what happened? But Harmonious would not go from there. He was not able to move without listening to the song of the bird, because the bird sang so joyfully that he laughed aloud. So the bird was singing a song of green trees. That the bird was saying that in every tree there is a nest, and in every nest there are eggs. Oh, the bird was so gay as it sang. So Harmonious felt that the bird is very happy while it is singing. Now what happened? Gay, I have already told you. Cheerful. Gay is cheerful. Now coming to the song of the bird. Merrily, merrily listen to me, flitting and flying from tree to tree. Nothing fair, I, by land or sea, for God in heaven is watching me. So now children, what the bird says, happily all of you listen to me. Flitting and flying from tree to tree, the bird was very happy. He was moving quickly from one tree to the another. Nothing fair I. Nobody can fear me. I am not fearful of anything by land or sea. None can fear me. For God in heaven is watching me, because the God in heaven is watching me. Thank you, little bird, said Harmonious. You have taught me a song. And he made haste to join his comrades, for by this time they were near the palace. So now, children, see there is a word comrades, which means his friends, his fellow men. Now, what happened? He says, bird, that thank you so much. You have taught me a beautiful song. And he hurried up to join his fellows. For by this time they were very much near to the palace. They were about to reach palace. So he hurried on. When they had gone in, they received a hearty welcome and were feasted in the great hall before they came before the king. So, what happened in the last two lines? When they had gone, they received a very warm welcome from the people from the people present in the king's court, and they were feasted in the great hall. Already I have told the meaning of the feasted. They were treated to a large meal before they came before the king, before they could see the king, before the king could enter the hall. They were given a very good meal in the great hall. So children will continue with the rest of the chapter in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye.